Welcome back to Shooting the Bull. I'm Ken Hendricks, your host, and today I want to talk to you about the importance of syncing up your cycle. If you live in a house with a bunch of girls, that's the scariest phrase you can ever hear when they're all ready to kill you. But that's the best thing you can have in the cattle industry. We do things to sync up cows all the time because what we want is we want a tight window for those cows to get bred and all those cows to calve. Because here's the thing, if you get them all calving at the same time, it's less work on you. You can check them all at the same time, get those babies on the ground at the time of year you want, and then the rest of the year you don't have to wake up every morning wondering if you got a cow somewhere down trying to calve. It's done. Simplest fix that there is. The best advantage of having a synchronized cycle. The second advantage is if you've got 60, 80, 150, 200 head of cattle, if you get them all synced up together, I guarantee you can value add to those calves faster if they're all calving at the same time. What do I mean by value add? Well, if they all calve at the same time, they also all will be weaning at the same time. They'll also all be getting their vaccination shots at the same time. They'll also all be getting banded at about the same time. It decreases the number of times you have to work cattle, which puts money and time in your pocket. Also, on the marketing end, you can market those animals together. If you wean them all at the same time, you can put them on feed together if you want to. At value add that background and time, and then sell them at a premium or value added price to be able to make some money off those calves. Another thing is, being able to have a window allows you to preg check those cows and know which ones didn't breed on time. Your best cows will always catch or get bred the earliest in your calving window. So what is a normal calving window? Well, it really depends on your operation. We've been in the process of transitioning our herd to a tighter and tighter window. So last year we went with a 120-day calving season, which is pretty broad. This year, we've narrowed it down, and we're going to have a 90-day calving season next year. The year after that, we're going to cull it down a little bit tighter, and we're going to get it down so that all of our calves are born in a 70-day window. That means that's only 2 months of us having to pull our hair out checking calves in the morning and at night. And if you've ever stayed up all night waiting on a heifer to calve, you understand why that's important. Now, here's the other advantage to all that. Calves that are born at the same time of year need the same kinds of things. We had calves last year, the ones born late in the cycle and in the summer, I can't get to grow. They get here, when we're ready to wean, they don't wean off as heavy because that late summer grass here in North Georgia is just not the same as that early season spring grass that really gets them off the ground. So for us, our calving season starts about October, November and ends, well, in the future, it's going to end around December or the middle of January because we want to be breeding those cows back to hit that window right again. If a cow can stay close to a 365-day cycle for me, meaning that she has a calf every 365 days, I am thrilled. If she goes below that, that's even better. But what we're looking at is if we can keep that window tight, we can deal with our bulls appropriately so that we get those bulls in there, pull them out, fatten them up. It's not near as much stress on a bull if he only breeds for 2 or 3 months. And then you pull him out and let him get fat the rest of the year and recover, because breeding, if you're breeding 45, 50, 60 cows per bull, that's a lot of stress on a bull for that short period of time. But if he's good and fat going into it, he's developed the way that he needs to be, he can handle that no problem. You pull him out and it works great. The other thing about a tighter calving window is if you've got a young bull that you've just bought and are developing, he can hang out in there, I don't know, 3/4 of the time that you need him. You can swap in another bull late, and you really don't miss much of the breeding window. He still hits the cows you want him to hit early on, and the late ones get cleaned up by a cleanup bull that you might have around. But you can get that little higher priced bull to do a little more work for you early on in his life cycle. Big deal getting synced up with calving and with breeding back. That's Shooting the Bull, and I'm Ken Hendricks. Thanks for shooting the bull. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the latest updates.